I am headed now to look at some timber over here in the Jericho Springs area. It always seems it's always really hit or miss. You just never know. I've cut a lot of timber over there, but yet I've been on a lot of wild goose chases over there. Part of me tonight tells me that I'm not going to see much, but you never know. You never know. Hopefully tomorrow we can finish up the job at Halltown. Dad will be there tomorrow. Him and his girlfriend, they went to put flowers on graves up in northern Missouri today. I don't know if I said that in the video. If I didn't, I am now. Yeah, him and Julie went to put flowers on graves up there because that's where she's from. So, tomorrow we should finish up down there easy enough. This weekend I'm going to try to move iron around, try to get some machines moved, other jobs. I've got a lot going on, a lot to do. Just trying to get to everybody as fast as I can. Yeah, I think that's it. Today's video is not very exciting. I was happy that the old skidder, we'll call it Old Smoky because it smokes a lot. She had a pretty good day, performed like she needed to. We just got a few leaks me and Brandon will need to address once we get it back to his shop to get some cylinders repacked. But other than that, it's running good if we can keep her together for now. So, yeah, I'd say we'll be taking it up to the river here in a couple weeks. I'll leave it up there at the river job at the Osage and Bates County Drainage, Maridazine, all that river area up there. If you remember the video from back in January, we're going to start that job here in a week or so. Planning on it anyway. So, enjoy today's video. Be sure to check us out on all we do on social media. Turner Logging LLC at Instagram and Facebook. Wretched Facebook. And check out everything else we do, like at loggerthreads.com and timbertracker.net. Tonight or tomorrow, I have not decided yet, we will release the new high-vis shirt at Logger Threads. It will be up for pre-order. Now, due to the popularity of this shirt, I ordered a larger order than usual. Because we order several hundred shirts at a time. And just by the way the messages we've been getting about it, people asking me questions about it and Shanae about it, we have ordered a little bigger order of this design because it is a functioning work shirt. I mean, it's more of a go-to work shirt, be seen, not get run over shirt. So, check it out. I'm pretty happy the way it turned out. It should be up available for pre-orders, like I said, either tonight or tomorrow for sure, Friday for sure. And we expect that shipment to be in probably mid-June, which will be here before you know it. It really will be. These weeks go by fast. So check that out. Guys, thank you so much. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. That way you can hear me ramble on like I do every day. See me be an idiot, as I usually am. Guys, thank you so much. We will see you tomorrow. All right, let's try again. Now we got the hydraulic line fixed from last night. You can see these logs, they're not bad logs. They're bigger. And that's the thing, sometimes, and this doesn't happen all the time, trust me, it doesn't. Trust me. But these trees were a little bigger than they look. They're good trees, they got good color, good sap to them. Got some size. Me and Dad, we were talking yesterday about what the trees are gonna average per tree on the footage, and of course, I'm the type of guy, I like to guess everything kind of low. And I kind of knew my guess. When we were talking about it, I said, oh, so what do you think they'll average, 130 foot a tree? And he just kind of looked at me like, yeah, and then some. But I do, whenever I look at timber and bid timber, I would rather have a low amount. It always gives myself room for error, or error in the trees, if the trees cut bad or something, then get to thinking or, promising someone the moon, because people always seem to be a lot more understanding when you hand them more money than expected, than less money than expected. So, hopefully today, like I said, I'm still trying to learn the quirks of this skidder. Today will be the second day I've really run it on a job, so. And that's, really it is. I was talking to our mechanic last night about machines. That's all he's done his whole life's mechanic, and he's mechanicked for us ever since I can remember. He's been my dad's mechanic. And we were talking machines, and of course I've I'm getting to the point in my life now where I've owned several different log skidders, and you know, we have a decent amount of skidders now, and always working on something, always fixing something on this older iron. But these, when you buy a machine like this, it's like every machine's got its quirks. It's there's a learning curve on all this older machine. It's almost like they've all got their own personalities. So when you get a machine, you got to learn the quirks to it, and just kind of learn, you know, what works on it, what doesn't work on it, you know, what little tricks of the trade it has. So that's a lot of this old iron stuff like that. Then I get to think about new iron. We just jump on it and go, like the skid steer. That makes that 602 Tiger Cat seem all that more appealing. So another thing, the bark on these trees, they're not slipping too bad. We scuffed here. We rubbed on something scuffed. But you can see the bark on the butts. We're keeping the bark intact. Of course, some of these, I've tried dragging them from the tops. That way we don't peel the bark off the butts. I try to do that a lot. Summertime logging, this is another bad thing about it. You know, we work in these low bottoms and try to make a deck area. Well, I wish I'd had the skid steer here first. I'd have took the bucket and I'd have smashed all this grass down flat to where we could have had a good clean deck area and you could have seen everything. But when you get in this tall grass, like in summertime, it just, you can lose. I'm not really lose logs, but you can lose logs more or less. I mean, the grass can get so tall, it's hard to see them like from the road here. And I like parking. I like working by the road. Like I said, it's great advertisement. It's great advertisement. People can see what you're doing, what's going on. Of course, I always like to park my truck right here. Here comes somebody. Hello, neighbor. So, and then when we get the skid steer here, if it wasn't for getting that clutch put in the other skidder, we're going to take these treetops and we're going to pile them up real tight for burning, get them in a good burn pile. So, a lot to do this morning, a lot to do today. I'd like to really get this deck filled up. Hopefully the old girl runs good today and we can make some progress. Well, knock on wood, we're getting along pretty good this morning. I'm not getting in any big hurry. Just kind of dragging them out one at a time. But this, for the life of me, this old skidder, I think it's a fuel smoke. That's what it is. It's getting too much fuel or something. Check the oil this morning. The oil is fine. And it almost has that fuel smell to it. If anything, it keeps the mosquitoes away. But yeah, we're just taking our time, not getting in any big hurry. The only two major leaks I see are my grapple cylinders back here, my up and down cylinders. But other than that, the old machine's really not got any major leaks to it. Even with these bald tires, we're climbing up the creek bank pretty good. Like I said, we're not overloading the grapple. It's a real nice creek. We're lucky he had a really good creek crossing there where he crossed with his tractor. When we get the skid steer down here, we'll try to clean that up a little bit, work on the approaches where it's not so steep for him. He's only got a little Kubota 4-wheel drive. Still, you have got to pile the treetops a little better. This is part of that double tree I cut the other day. I got the other part in the grapple now. Pretty good little bunch of logs. Alright, there's 4 right in here. You can see my paint there. I got paint on that guy there, then paint on that guy back out there. Then that one big treetop you see right amongst over there, it goes too. But what we're going to do here is I'm going to use the old handy dandy tree pusher. I've used it once today already. And I'm going to cut the back side of this tree and leave just a little bit hold over here. Then I'm going to come in and I'm going to push that tree over, fall it right out in there to keep it from going in here and tearing up this other good little walnut tree. So it's not big enough to cut, but he sure will be someday. It's a good tree. And right now that tree's wanting to go back in there, so we'll just fall him out here and then we'll cut the log out and pile the top out. Now, when I bring the skid steer here, I'm going to clean all this stuff up for him anyway, because he's wanting this where he can brush hog it and keep it all mowed down. So, since he's let me cut the timber, I figured the least I can do is help him in his efforts. Because with my bucket, I can knock that stuff up and pile it up in a hurry and have this looking real good. So, we'll cut into this old guy, then we're going to let him go. Alright. Hard to do this one-handed. Didn't get lined up there. There ain't much holding it. I apologize for the banging and clanging around. There we go. Perfect. On my truck there would be Magellan, the gas line company. They come to talk to me a little bit about this gas line that's buried here. He's a nice guy. I think his name is Brett. Let me double check that. Indeed, it was Brett. He said, this is kind of funny to me. He said one of their pilots flew over, I guess they fly and check on the gas line, flew over and seen that there was a logging operation going on here. And so he got the call and he drove out here, straight here from Coffeyville, Kansas, which is a pretty good click. And I've seen this truck come barreling by on the highway, and I've seen it slow down. And I was like, all right, you know, somebody's wanting to call and talk to us about some timber. And then I'm going over here to cut this last tree I used the pusher on over here. And I see this white truck come barreling here. I was like, man, this guy really wants to talk timber. It turns out it's the gas company. The gas company. But all was well, and he's, like I said, nice guy. He just kind of marked the flags, told us what to stay off of. Which wasn't no big deal. We weren't really running over anything. He wasn't upset. He just wanted to make sure we knew, and that makes things nicer when everybody kind of is civil about things like that. We talked for quite a while. Of course, I'm always very inquisitive about things that, like gas lines. I had a million questions to ask. He was probably glad to see me finally go. I was asking so many questions. He probably thought I was wanting a job. So we've got maybe 6 or 7 trees left to cut on this job, and we'll have it about wrapped up. It's been a good job. Dad will be with me tomorrow because I'll need Dad's help a little bit on cutting them. And now hopefully we're going to go work on a skidder. Wave to the neighbor there. Onward.